right, everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to kind of dive into something I think a lot of you business owners out there are probably thinking about,
Yeah.
especially these days,
Hmm.
and that is, do I hire a digital marketing agency? I mean, is it worth it? Is it right for my business?
Right.
So we're going to be dissecting some marketing materials from a company called Resonate Marketing Studios
Okay.
out of Peoria, Illinois.
All right.
And, full disclosure, this is going to feel a little bit like an ad read.
Yeah.
But I think it's more interesting if we sort of like take a look at a real world example
Right.
of how a company is actually marketing their services
Sure.
and try to pull out, some universal truths
Exactly.
about marketing that apply whether you are a bakery in Paris or auto body shop in Peoria.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great approach because you can learn a lot from looking at real world examples.
Yeah. And these guys, the thing that jumped out at me, and I know we were talking about this a little bit before the show,
Hmm.
is that, they really emphasize this idea of resonance.
Right.
And they actually kind of weave it in throughout the whole thing about how, they develop strategies that resonate with your specific business goals.
Right.
And I was curious from your perspective,
Yeah.
how important is it really to ditch the cookie cutter approach,
Yep.
to marketing? I mean, is that really like a thing?
Oh, absolutely. It's absolutely a thing. I mean, think about it this way. Would you wear a one-size-fits-all suit?
No.
Probably not, right?
That's fine now.
Why would you expect a one-size-fits-all marketing strategy to work for your business? I mean,
Yeah.
it's the same idea. Every business is unique. Every audience is different. So you really need to tailor your marketing approach to fit your specific needs and goals. And that's what I think they're getting at with this whole resonance idea is that, they're talking about really understanding their client's business,
Yeah.
understanding their target audience, and crafting a marketing strategy that really speaks to that audience on a personal level.
So I guess like in a sense, it's like moving away from, mass marketing where you're just like blasting out
Right.
to as many people as possible and sort of more targeted,
Exactly.
which I guess in the digital age is easier.
It is. It is. I mean, we have so much data available now, so much technology that we can really get granular with our targeting
Yeah.
and reach the right people at the right time with the right message.
So it's not just like throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not a spray and pray approach anymore.
Yeah, that's interesting. So they also, they tout these proven strategies and eliminating guesswork, which of course sounds great.
Of course, who doesn't want that?
Yeah. But how much, can you really rely on an agency's proven methods? Like, surely there's still work involved from the business owner, even if you've got, the best agency in the world working for you, right?
Right. Absolutely. I mean, it's definitely not a set it and forget it type of situation. It's
Yeah.
not like you just hire an agency and then you can just like go to the beach and just like, forget about your business.
Right.
It's definitely a collaborative process. It's a partnership. And I think one of the most important things is communication.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have really open and clear communication with your agency. You need to be clear about your goals, what you're hoping to achieve with your marketing.
Yeah.
You need to provide them with all the necessary information about your business and your target audience. And then you need to be open to their feedback and their recommendations because they are the experts.
Yeah, it's almost like, building a house. You wouldn't just hand the contractor the plan
Exactly.
and then just walk away
Right.
and be like, okay, I'll be back in 6 months when it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You need to be involved. You need to be checking in. You need to be making sure that everything is on track.
Yeah. So it's really, you're hiring their expertise, but you also have to kind of be involved in the process.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to choose an agency that you trust, that you feel like you can communicate with openly and honestly, because it really is a relationship.
And that's especially true these days because it seems like the digital landscape is changing so rapidly.
Yeah.
I mean, what worked even, a year ago might not work today.
Exactly. I mean, that's one of the biggest challenges in digital marketing is just keeping up with the constant changes.
Yeah.
New platforms are emerging all the time. Algorithms are changing. Consumer behavior is evolving. So you need to have an agency that is on top of all of that, that is constantly learning and adapting, and that can help you to stay ahead of the curve.
Right. Well, and speaking of keeping up with the latest and greatest, they mentioned, a whole bunch of different digital marketing tactics, everything from SEO and social media to video advertising. And I think for our listeners, it would be great if you could just kind of give us a quick rundown on what each of those is all about.
Sure. So let's start with SEO, which stands for Search Engine Optimization. And essentially what SEO is it's the process of making your website more visible in search engine results pages.
Okay.
So when someone goes to Google and they type in a keyword related to your business,
Right.
you want your website to show up at the top of the
Of
results.
course.
Right, because that's how you get more traffic to your website, more potential customers.
So like if I was, selling, custom hats
Right.
and somebody typed in custom hats, I would want my business to show up on that first page of Google.
Exactly. And there's a whole art and science to SEO.
I bet.
It involves things like keyword research, optimizing your website, content, building backlinks, all sorts of things. But the goal is ultimately to make sure that your website is ranking as highly as possible for the keywords that are most relevant to your business.
Got it. And so then what about social media?
So social media marketing is all about connecting with your target audience on social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, all of that good stuff. And the goal of social media marketing is to build relationships with your audience, to engage with them, to provide them with valuable content, and ultimately to drive them to your website or to your store or to take some kind of action that you want them to take.
So it's not just about, posting pictures of your cat
No, no,
or
no.
what you had for breakfast.
Although those can be fun too every now and then.
Yeah, every now and then, right?
But for businesses, it's really about using social media strategically to achieve your marketing goals.
Got it. And then video advertising. I mean, that one seems pretty self-explanatory, but
Yeah, so video advertising is essentially using videos to promote your business.
Yep.
And this can be done on a variety of platforms. YouTube is obviously a big one. But you can also do video advertising on social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram. And you can even do it on streaming services like Hulu and Netflix. And the great thing about video advertising is that it's a really engaging format. People love to watch videos. It's a great way to tell your brand story, to showcase your products or services, and to really connect with your audience on an emotional level.
I think that's really important what you just said, too, about telling your brand story. Because it seems like, nowadays people want to know, like, who's behind the business.
Exactly. They want to know the why behind the what.
Right.
They want to connect with the people behind the brand, and video is a great way to do that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so going back to Resonate, one of the things that they emphasized was generating quality leads that turn into loyal customers.
Mm.
And I kind of thought, okay, how do you even gauge quality in a lead? Like, can you really predict customer loyalty at such an early stage?
That's a great question, and it's something that a lot of businesses struggle with, but there are definitely ways to measure the quality of your leads and to increase the likelihood that they will become loyal customers. So one of the key things is to track your metrics, to really pay attention to your data to see where your leads are coming from, what their behavior is like on your website, how they're interacting with your content, and all of that data can give you really valuable insights into the quality of your leads.
So, like, what kind of metrics are we talking about?
So there are a lot of different metrics that you can track, but some of the most important ones are things like click-through rate, which tells you how many people are clicking on your ads, or your links conversion rate, which tells you how many people are taking a desired action like filling out a form or making a purchase, and then customer lifetime value, which is a measure of how much revenue a customer is likely to generate for your business over the course of their relationship with you.
Oh, wow. So you're actually, like, figuring out how much each customer could potentially be worth.
Exactly. And that's really important information to have because it allows you to focus your marketing efforts on acquiring high-value customers.
Right. So it's not just about getting a lot of customers. It's about getting the right customers.
Yeah. Exactly. Quality over quantity, always.
Okay. So then how does that tie into loyalty? Like, how
Yeah.
can you predict or even influence whether a lead is going to become a loyal customer?
So predicting loyalty is definitely a challenge. It's not an exact science, but there are definitely things that you can do to increase the likelihood that a customer will stick around.
Okay.
And one of the most important things is to create a positive customer experience at every touch point.
That makes sense.
So from the first time they visit your website to the way that you handle their customer service inquiries, every interaction that a customer has with your business should be positive and enjoyable.
Yeah, because, I mean, I know for me, if I have, like, a really bad experience with a company, I'm like, okay, I'm never going back there again.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to really focus on the customer experience because in today's world, word of mouth is everything. And if you have customers who are happy and satisfied, they're going to tell their friends and family about you. They're going to leave positive reviews online. And that's going to help you to attract even more high quality customers.
So really the takeaway there is that it's not just about, like, closing the deal. It's about, like, cultivating a relationship.
Exactly. It's about building a community around your brand and making your customers feel like they're a part of something special.
Yeah. So to kind of wrap things up for everyone listening today,
Hmm.
we've been talking a lot about marketing, and these concepts of resonance and ditching the cookie cutter approach
Right.
and using data to track your results and, creating a great customer experience. And I think what we've really learned is that marketing is not just about like shouting into a void.
Yeah.
It's really about understanding your audience and crafting a message that resonates with them on a personal level.
Hmm.
And it's about using data to make sure that your marketing efforts are actually driving the results that you want.
Exactly. It's about working smarter, not harder.
Right.
And it's about building relationships that last.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess the big question for all of you listening is that, think about your own business or even just a passion project that you're working on. If you had to reach your ideal audience, what message would resonate most powerfully with them?
It's a great question.
And what platform would be the best place to deliver that message? So I'm going to leave you with that to think about. And until next time.
Happy marketing.
See ya.
Bye.